All right, so just adjust my camera settings here. Week one, Open Flip, afternoon edition. I should probably do a poll and see how people work for this schedule. This week's messed up because in Mexico and most of the rest of the world, we changed times last Sunday, but the US and Canada is changing today. So I'll just touch on a couple things quickly though. So I'm going to share my screen here as soon as I make sure I don't have all my email and everything else open. Let's see, let's go to, there we go. Okay. Let me always forget to bring up my bottom third. I should probably bring that up as well. So if people are watching this later, they go, who is that guy? So let's turn on the bottom third, flip it around. Should have a preset here. Boom, boom, boom. Preset doesn't want to come up, but that's okay. I'll just leave it the way it is then. So screen share. So what I want to talk about today is the people that are registered. We've actually got 20 people registered, so I'm just going to go through your names. And I'm going to email each of you individually and see what status, how I can help you, and reach out to each of you individually. We have 20 people registered. I think 5 or 6 people, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have answered the survey about where their blog and Twitter and all that is. So there's still 14 missing there. And then the rest of you, I just don't know where you are. So let's see. So I'm going to share this document. Let's go over here. So we're on the course page. Again, I'm going to update this so it really highlights. This is the main OpenFlip page. This is the actual course page for fall 2015. I'm going to update this main page so it actually reflects more like this all blogs page, which really focuses on showing your work, okay? Because the course is about you and you're experiencing the content and discussing the content with each other. A request came in from Frank earlier today, actually. Let's see if I go to unit number 1, flexible environment. So again, this is the instructions for this week. If you haven't done last week's, go back and do last week's. It's fine. I'm flexible. As long as you're jumping in and participating, I'm good with that. Frank mentioned that everyone needs to go in, if you're using a known blog, to go into site configuration and turn on public comments, because he was reading other people's comments. I'm guessing Carolina or possibly Hortensia, if I get Hortensia's, no, Hortensia's blog spot. Carolina's using it with known, and so is Frank. So he was probably referring to Carolina's post. And he was saying that he couldn't comment because it's not enabled. So I'm going to show you how to enable comments on a known blog today. And I just want to go through roll call of people that are registered for the course. So let's start with roll call. I have Diana Arellano, Rosa Camacho, Maria del Carmen Deune, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Daniel Eduardo, I guess that's probably not putting the last name, Juan Eduardo, Ariadna Fernandez, Heather Gadis, Maria Elena Gonzalez. Those people I've got on my mailing list, so you're receiving email. I don't know what this member rating means, something MailChimp gives, but I don't have you registering for the blog. Where's your blog? Where's your content, so we can get information from you? And I'd be happy to help you with. I'll be emailing all these people. Ana Lilia Mendez, Mohammed Omar, Joanna Parra, Karen Rusikoff, Casey Slater, Xochitl Soriano. Actually, Xochitl Soriano, yours is actually, you did register. I'm just going to mark it in yellow here, and I'll tell you why in a second. Narcedalia Torres and Maria Dolores Zaldivar. So the ones in black and white here, I need to hear from you because I haven't got any information. Actually, it looks like Mohammed's the other one who's in yellow. So let me just update those. So the ones in white, I haven't heard. The ones in yellow, you've got an issue with your blog ID. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean there in a second. Okay, the ones in green are all good. I have your blog. You posted to your blog. The ones in yellow is your blog address you gave me doesn't work or it's empty. So let's just quickly go through that. And then I'm going to give a quick demo of with known how to turn on comments, especially for Carolina because she's using known and Frank requested that. So we can see all of these in green. So Hortensia, Angelica, Carolina, and Frank good thing about them having their blogs registered is if you go to the all blogs link on the page, and soon it'll be actually the home front page, I'm going to put this, you can see Frank published about this one, unit 1. Carolina's published something about her introduction to the course, and that she's excited. Angelica published about unit 0, but not unit 1 yet. And also Angelica did kind of an intro post, and there's Frank's unit 1. It looks like Frank published, Frank published unit 0, and he just published unit 1. We had a discussion on Wednesday, which was great. And actually, I need to go read Frank's post. I'm going to clean this up a bit because it actually shows your full post, which is kind of messy. I'll clean that up. So that's why I want you to give me your blog post so we can all interact with each other. If I go to, say, Frank's post, I'll open it up in a new tab here. Notice I go to his blog, and this is really important in this connected course, that I go to Frank's blog. I'm in his space, in his environment, where he owns everything. This is his post on his page. We talked about this in the video on Wednesday. If you want to go back and look at it, please go back and look at that. Actually, there he is. He linked it for us so we can go and watch it. And Frank's enabled the fact that I can go and put comments on his blog. So I'll do that later when I actually read it, because I haven't read it yet. And so there's that. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is, so Hortensia's fine. Mohammed, you linked me this, www.blogger.com/home-new.g. And that just goes to, well, it will go to your home setup for Blogger if you're logged in as you, but I'm not logged in as you, I'm logged in as me. So it points me to this home page. In fact, if I click on any of these, say you're looking at your home page, I've got a couple, I don't even use these, but I set them up just for fun. Let's click on Ken's World. If I click that and open it up in another blog, no, I don't want that. How do I get to my blog? Well, that's kind of weird. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out for you. Oh, there, the view blog button. Brilliant, Ken. So click on the view blog button beside your panel for Blogger, and then it takes me to the blog for this page. I have nothing on this blog because I don't even use it because I prefer WordPress. But now grab that URL, copy paste that. That's what I need to know, so I know where your blog is. So if I'm just some random person on the internet, I can view your blog. So that's the problem with Mohammed's link. Let's see, Angelica's works, Carolina's works, but we're going to fix her commenting. Xochitl, same issue. If I go, you gave me some Blogger link, which actually, again, goes nowhere. So it says, I don't have access to this page, because this is actually pointing to your blog ID for you to admin your blog. So you need to go to your kind of Blogger home and click on this view blog button, bring up that page, and that's the URL I want, okay? Well, Frank's good. He gave me one that wasn't working, and then he switched it to his with Gnome blog. Narsadalia sent me a link, and it does work. It's a Blogger link. That's good. Flip Learning by Narsa, blogspot.mx, but there's no content, so she hasn't published that. That's fine. It's still in yellow, but I might need to tweak my my course settings as soon as the blog does become live, because it needs to know that it's live now. It's probably marked it as no posts. So that's it for there. So I actually have a known site. I've talked to the founders of Known, and we've discussed using Known for my classes, and I've had some great conversations. I really recommend their service, and I actually signed up for the pro service so that I can host my Known blog with them, but using my own domain. So my domain's different. It's known.kenbauer.me. But regardless, I'm going to sign in. So I'm logged into my blog. So I'm on my Known blog. I'm logged in. The interface changes now, and I have the ability to go to site configuration. There's account settings and there's site configuration. If you look at Frank's comment, he actually says this in text. So I want to go to site configuration, see if I get this right. And then I want to go to plugins, okay? And then the really important one, you can turn off and on all of these that you want. But the real important one here is comments. Where's the comments? Public comments. So I've got it enabled. You probably have it looking like, I'll wait for a second, where it says disabled. We want to click that enabled button. I'll click the disable button so it says enabled. So once it says enabled, it's in green, not gray. That means you're good to go, and Frank can go and put a comment on your post. So that's for Carolina especially, and anyone else that wants to use Known. I highly recommend Known. I'm going to log out of it here. I'll show it to you again. Known, it's actually with known.com is the URL. Highly recommend it. You can create your own site. You can create a pro site. They have a great service. They also have Known for education for educators. Take a look at what they're doing. We can talk about this another time. It's not the topic today. Ben and Aaron are great. They do a lot of cool stuff. So I highly recommend you check that out. The other option, of course, is WordPress.com. So go to WordPress.com and set up your blog. Again, I'm going to email all of these people in white and the people in yellow especially, because I want to make sure that you have the support you need from me to get you going, because I want to get some interaction on this. The Wednesday worked for Frank in the evening. We had a hangout at Wednesday evening. I think it was 8 o'clock p.m. Guadalajara time, and we talked about flexible learning environment. In the past, I tended to have kind of like the famous people on these Hangouts, and I might do a couple more of those. We had some people last week in the week 0, but I really want to get you online in these Hangouts and have a discussion with us and hear what you're thinking, and then have a good communication between us. So hopefully I can get some people on next week. If this time doesn't work, feel free to send me a smoke signal or an email or a Twitter message or a Facebook message and say, Ken, you know what? This Friday afternoon isn't working. Let's try a different time. And I'm happy to change the time. And I want to stick with twice a week. All right. I think that's about it for today. And I'll just sign off for now because there's nobody here to talk with. All right. And I think that's it. And I'll close this session off. I'll stop the screen sharing. And yeah, thanks for participating. Get it rocking. Some of you at the tech, I know we were all in exams last week and this week, and this is probably explaining why things are a little bit crazy for you. So I'll sign off for now, and I'll be talking to you all soon. Bye.